Good day, class. Today we are going to talk about operations on decimals. So first we have adding decimal numbers. Take note that when adding decimal numbers, you must line up the decimal points in the numbers you are adding as well as in the answer. Whole numbers are on the left side of the decimal point and fractional numbers are on the right side. Let's have the example. Suppose we have find the sum of 2 plus uh, 0.07 or 7 hundredths plus 3.2 or 3 and 2 tenths plus 0.032 or 0.32 thousandths. So now, since we have to find the sum, it tells you that you have to add it, or you have to add the numbers or decimal numbers. So as I said earlier, you have to line up the decimal point. So this will be your decimal point. Okay, as you can see, yung 0.032 should be lined up, okay, for you to solve it correctly. And take note that you have to, or you can add zeros. As you can see, we have zeros in red to even up the numbers. So since we have the bigger place value is thousands, we have to even up the numbers or decimal numbers. So here, 2 will become 2.000 with 3 decimal places to make it or to represent thousands. Then 0.07 will become 0.070. Then 3.2 will become 3.200. So as you can see, all numbers or decimal numbers have 3 decimal places here. Okay. Now let's proceed to addition after adding zeros to even up the given decimal numbers. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 2. Then 0 plus 7 plus 0 plus 3 is 10. That is 0 carry 1. So 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 is 3. Then we have to bring down decimal point. So since this will be the lineup of a decimal point, then 2 plus 3 is 5. So our final answer is 5.302 or 5 and 302 thousandths. Okay, this will be our answer. Now let's have this another example. Suppose we have this menu. So egg sandwich as 18.50 pesos, spaghetti is 22.75 pesos, and fruit juice is 11.25 pesos, and iced tea is 10.50 pesos. Now, the question is, how much money would you spend if you buy a sandwich, a glass of fruit juice, and spaghetti? So the number sentence is, we have a sandwich that is 18.50 plus, since we are asked to find the total amount of money you're going to spend, then spaghetti is 22.75 and fruit juice is 11.25 pesos. So you have to sum it up using addition of decimal numbers. As you can see, you have to line up, as I said, you have to line up the decimal point. So as you can see, the given numbers or decimal numbers are already even up. So we have 0 plus 5 plus 5, that is 10. 0 carry 1. So 1 plus 5 is 6 plus 7, 13 plus 2, 15. So we have 5 carry 1. Before we proceed on that, we have decimal point. So decimal point, and decimal point. Therefore, we have decimal point at our answer. So we have here carry 1 plus 8, 9 plus 2, 11 plus 1, 12. So 2 carry 1. Then we have 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1 is 5. So we have here 5. Therefore, you will spend 52 pesos and 50 centavos for a sandwich, a glass of fruit juice, and spaghetti. Okay, this will be your final answer or your conclusion. Okay, now let's proceed on subtraction. So, subtracting decimal numbers. So, the same as addition, you must line up the decimal points in the numbers as well as in the answer. So again, whole numbers go on the left side. So on the left side of the decimal point, and fractional numbers go on the right side of the decimal point. Okay, let's have this example. Find the difference of 5.36 or 5 and 36 hundredths and 0.082 or 82 thousandths. So remember, you have nothing to subtract the 2 from if you do not add a 0 at the top. So if we do not add 0 here, we have nothing to add or we have nothing to subtract from this number or to this number. Okay, we have to even up the given decimal number. So as you can see here, we have thousands. Here we have thousands as decimal places, and here we have hundreds only. So we have to make it thousands as well. So 5.36 will become 5.360. Okay, to even up the given decimal number. Now let's proceed to subtraction. So 0 minus 2 cannot be. We have to borrow from 6. So this will be 10. Minus 2 is 8. 6 will become 5. 5 minus 8 cannot be. So we have to borrow from 3. So 5 will become 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. So this 3 will become 2. 2 minus 0 is 2. Then 5 minus 0 is 5. Now, 5.36 minus 0.082 is 5.278 or 5 and 278 thousandths as our final answer. Okay, so now let's have multiplication. So multiplying decimal numbers. Here, you need to line up the numbers as you normally would for multiplication without trying to line up the decimal points. In other words, disregard the decimal point until you get ready to put it in the answer. Next, you will need to count the number of digits behind the decimal point in each number multiplied and move the decimal point in the answer that many places from the right of the answer. So we just first disregard the decimal point, then proceed to multiplication. Like for example, find the product of 3.8 and 0.29. So tip, put the 29 on the top to multiply because it has more digits. Now let's have 0.29, 2 digits behind the decimal, that is 0.29 or 2 and 9. Then times 3.8, that is 1 digit behind the decimal, so that is 0.8. Now let's multiply. 8 times 9 is 72. 2 carry 7. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 7, that is 23. Then we have 3 times 9, 27. So we have 7 carry 2. Then 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2, 8. Then proceed to addition. 2 plus 0, that is 2. 3 plus 7, that is 10. 0 carry 1. So 1 plus 2, 3 plus 8, that is 11. As you can see, we have to move the decimal point over 3 places from right or from the right in the answer. So since we have 1, 1, 0, 2 as our answer, and here when we add this, we have 2 plus 1, that is 3. Therefore, we will move the decimal point to the left or 3 times to the left. Okay, from here, at the right at the right of the number, we have to move to the left 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the decimal point should be here. Therefore, our answer will be 1.102 or 1 and 102 thousandths. Okay, this will be our final answer. How about this one? So, same process. Find the product of 3.2 and 0.056. As you can see, the tip is, or our tip here is, you have to put 0.056 on the top to multiply because it has more digits. Okay, so 0.056 has 3 digits behind the decimal, so that is 0 and 0.5 and 6. Then 3.2 has 1 digit behind the decimal, that is 2. Then proceed to multiplication. 2 times 6, that is 12. Carry 1. 2 times 5, 10 plus 1, that is 11. So carry 1. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 3 times 6, that is 18. Carry 1. 3 times 5, 15. Plus 1, that is 16. Carry 1. 3 times 0, that is 0. Plus 1 is 1. Then we have to proceed to addition. 2 plus 0, that is 2. 1 plus 9, that is 1 plus 8, that is 9. 1 plus 6 is 7. Then bring down 1. So how many places are we going to move? So here we have to add this digits or decimal places. 3 plus 1 is 4. So from this or from the left or right side of the answer, you have to move 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be the position of our decimal point. Okay, here. So our answer will be 0.1792 or 1,792 ten thousandths. But why 10 thousandths? Because we have tens, hundreds, thousands, 10 thousandths. Okay? This will be our final answer. Now let's have division. So in division or division of decimal numbers, if you are dividing a decimal number by a whole number, just bring the decimal point up to the top line and divide as usual. But if you are dividing a decimal number by a decimal number, move the decimal point in the divisor to the right until it is whole number. You must then move it that many places in the dividend, even if the dividend is a whole number, and bring it up to the line, then you can just divide as usual. Like for example, find the quotient of 84 and 2.40. So you would set it up as 84 divided by 2.40. As you can see, our divisor is a decimal number. So take note, if our divisor is decimal number, we have to move the decimal point until the divisor is a whole number. Okay, so 2.4, if we move it to the right or decimal point to make it whole number, as you can see, 1, 2, it will become 240. Now you would then move the decimal point 2 places in 84. So since we move here 2 places to the right, we also move here 2 places to the right, the decimal point. Okay, so since the decimal point is here, okay, after 4, we have to move it to the right. So 1, 2. This will be, or our dividend will be 8,400. Now you have 8,400 divided by 240 and can divide as usual to get 35. Okay, so 84 divided by 2.40 is 35. Okay,